Hurry, hurry. Step on.
Schmidt Beer, the brew that grew to be best in the great Northwest.
Your finest craft beer, Bààrkin.
Man to man, smoke Roy Tan.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, here are Greg, Scott, and Dan coming at you ice cold and unfiltered.
That's right. Welcome in, everybody. It's us. It's we. It's them. It's the Unfiltered Gentleman. I am Greg, mixing things up a little bit today. Over there is Dan's Out of Ideas Dan.
Yeah, for today, I kind of copped out. I could have had some better ideas going on today.
Well, to make things worse, we got Allie's Out of Ideas too. Allie.
Oh, sorry guys.
Oh.
I'm just like my brain's fried.
Got a bunch of creative people today.
It's too early. It's too early.
It is a little
too early.
I know, a little peek behind the curtain. We usually do these recordings on Monday nights, and we're doing this on a weekend at noon. At like 11, I was like, fuck, if I'm going to eat before the show, I better do it now so I don't get hammered mid-show and pull a Scott or something. So
I had a nice big breakfast burrito this morning, so that's how I'm rolling.
Homemade or from somewhere awesome?
Homemade, man.
Ooh,
did it
that's the
myself.
best.
That's right.
Nicely done. Shout out, speaking of Dan sitting at home making breakfast burritos, shout out to Oxnard, California for being our top listening city of last week. What up, Oxnard?
What's up,
The
Chicas?
Nard coming through. Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Dan's number is.
Yeah, no. We'll give that out.
No. Enough problems as it is.
That's right.
Don't forget when you're on the socials to hashtag show us your beers, as well as tag us in all your beer picks. And if you have a Black is Beautiful beer, tag us. We'll donate $1. And rate and subscribe on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, all of that good stuff. All right, we got a lot to get to, including a segment we haven't done probably in at least 3 to 4 years, which is Tech Talk. Old Timey Word of the Week. Everyone's drinking a tasty beer to talk about. Well, hopefully they're tasty. And some breaking booze news. But I think I'll kick things off and start getting everybody nice and lubed, if you catch my drift.
Ooh.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
Oh, definitely having myself a beer. I am having Mumford Brewing's collaboration with 8bit Brewing, Megabytes New England Double IPA. I was so looking forward to this one. Allie introduced me to 8bit, and I have introduced myself to Mumford. And when I found out that these two were making babies together, I could not wait to get it. So this is 9%, and it has a 4.2 in Untapped, and the nice long description of a New England Double IPA brewed with the homies from 8bit Brewing Company. Hopped with Simcoe and experimental hop X10416.
Oh shit!
All top secret-y and shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
I feel left out over here.
Yeah. I kind of like the making babies. That's funny. You're funny.
They got together and they made a delicious baby. This bad boy, as you guys can probably see, is very, very hazy. It is juicy. It is very dangerous for 9%. This bad boy is so fucking smooth and easy to go down. I don't get any of that booze warmth from it. I get a lot of tropical on the nose, a lot of following up on the flavor with a V, tropical as well. I get some melony flavors, and it finishes with just a nice little dankness at the end to clean things up. All in all, this is a phenomenal beer. And I kind of knew it would be, like Mumford and 8bit getting together and making babies. It's going to be the world's cutest baby. So if you guys are, yeah, exactly. If anyone's in range of either of these two breweries, because I think this one sold out. I don't think you can get this collab anymore. Make sure you grab something because they're turning out some amazing beer.
No, but did you know Dan from the head brewer from 8bit's gone?
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
He went east. He's Evil Twin opened up the brewery in DC. So
Yeah.
Dan took that position and he is no longer with 8bit.
Oh, so who's a new brewer? Do you know?
I do not have that information. I was
Might
worried
have to do
you were
some
gonna-
research.
I was worried
Yeah.
you were going to follow up with some more questions. All I know is he's gone and I know where he went and that's it. But
All right. Well,
that's
you've got
kind of
homework.
huge news. I mean, because
Yeah.
8bit, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I hope they can keep it up because all the beers I've had from
Ew.
8bit, Allie has sent me, and they are fucking fantastic.
I
They are
love
so
them.
good. Their sours are good. Their IP, everything.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about Mumford. So when these two got together, it was a match made in heaven.
Right on.
drunk
Cool.
person heaven. So
I think I have one of those. Did you send me one for my birthday?
I did. Have you tried it yet?
No, sir. I have
Oh,
not.
I highly
Sorry.
encourage it.
Okay.
It's delicious. I think I sent.
9%.
I think I sent Wendy one as well. So, Wendy, Brewpug SC, let me know what you think of it. All right, let's move on to a little discussion over here.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
No grievances today, but last week on the show, Dan was talking about missing the Werewolf beer from Newcastle.
Big time.
I had never had it. You've talked about it a couple of times. And so I went on a deep dive down the Google hole.
Oh.
And bad news is I couldn't find it. That's the
boo.
short of it.
Yeah.
So I was looking for it. The last iteration, I think, was in 2016. That's the most recent post I could find. And so I was trying to figure out, who owns Newcastle? Maybe that gives us a clue. Well, I figured out, I think the real problem here is that, first of all, Heineken owns Newcastle, which they've owned since the mid-2000s. And then in 2019, so last year, they announced that all the American Newcastle beer that we'll be drinking is being actually brewed by Lagunitas.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So
Dang.
Lagunitas, also owned by Heineken, is doing all the American brewing for Newcastle, and they actually slightly changed the recipe. So I'm guessing we won't be seeing Werewolf anytime soon.
What a fucking bummer. So it's kind of like right in line when all that happened, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking bummer.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if they were doing it in Europe, where if you're drinking Newcastle in Europe, you're still getting it brewed in Europe. So I wonder if those breweries are still doing the Werewolf.
American Werewolf in London.
That's right. So anybody over there like in the UK or something, let us know if they're doing the Werewolf beer from Newcastle for Halloween.
Wow.
Please.
Yeah,
And
Dan
maybe
wants to
send us
know.
some.
Yeah, send us some for sure.
Yeah, I never got to try. Coley from the Booze League listened to the show last week and then hit us up. It was like, I love the Werewolf beer too. Dan's not the only one. So
Good. I'm glad to hear that, actually. I was thinking I was the only one for a while there.
yeah, I never actually seen it in person. Just you
man.
had talked about it and talked about how good it was. So
What kind of beer is it?
It's a red ale. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was Werewolf Blood Red Ale is what they called it. And they had like this gnarly picture of a werewolf on the front, but the beer itself was red. So man, it was beautiful beer for the time.
yeah. Come on,
Halloween time.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Put
come
your
on.
life together.
That's right.
Yeah. Fat rib.
Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got. What about you guys? What's going on over there?
Hey, can we take I know we're not doing sports today, but can we take 10 seconds to laugh at the Clippers for blowing that 3-1 lead? Right?
Yes, we can.
Let's just throw our heads back and just laugh at that one. That was hilarious. Did you watch
That
the
was
game?
great. You know what? I did not. I watched. I turned it on at the very end. I was like, I wonder how this is going. And I was like, oh, I see how this is going.
They were down by 20 at one point, and then Paul George threw the ball and slammed it off the side of the backboard. And oh my God, it was just glorious, glorious fail. It was awesome.
Oh, gotta love it. Nothing
Yeah.
like a Doc Rivers team to blow it in the fourth.
Oh my God. And then to your point, that's the third time he's done that with, and he's the only coach to do it multiple times, number one, but to do it 3 times, twice with the Clippers. Come on, dude, get your shit together. It's unbelievable. The only other point I was going to make was that they had terminated Vinny Del Negro, the coach, for, I think he got knocked out of the second round the first year he was there, the first round the second year he was there, and then they're like, okay, we're done with you. You're not getting results. Doc Rivers has done the same thing for close to a fucking decade, and he still has his job. It's unbelievable.
Well, Del Negro was there when they had the early beginnings of Blake Griffin and the whole Lob City, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So he had a good team, as does Doc Rivers have a good team. But it's
multiple.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Doc that keeps him from getting fired places when he gives up games in the fourth quarter, but he has a long track record.
That's true. Yeah, you pointed out about the Celtics were even doing that, so that's hilarious. Oh man,
no one loses more games in the fourth quarters than Doc Rivers.
That's right. And then you saw Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum making jokes about Cancun. Because you didn't see that? Well, because Pat Beverly, they were making fun of Dame time because he missed 2 free throws at the end of their game. And they were like, oh, what's happened to Dame time? 1, 2, 3 Cancun and all this crap. And then McCollum sent him a tweet saying, hey, 1, 2, 3 Cancun. We got room for Pat Beverly and them. And he just starts laughing. And oh my God, it was hilarious.
It's too good.
Everybody just trolling on the Clippers.
As they should be. It was
That's
theirs
right.
to lose. I mean, they should have had that game or that series. I mean, they're up 3-1. They blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
over an unproven Nuggets.
That's right.
Nuggets got good this year.
Yeah. They're a baby
So-
team, but come on, man. I mean, you're that good. You should have pulled it out.
Yeah, a couple, a top 5 player, a couple of top 10 players in your team. You should have been able to pull that off.
That's right. A Hall of Fame coach.
Hall of Fame losing coach.
That's right.
He's like the Dan Marino of coaches. Just can't quite win the big one.
That's right.
I guess he's won a couple.
He's got one.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else we need to discuss? Allie, how you doing over there?
Hi. Oh, I'm just
Hi.
loving this sports talk,
Hey,
Yeah.
It had to be said.
Oh, no, I'm glad it did.
It
I just
was
wish I could
important.
contribute. I don't like when I can't flap my gums and participate,
You could laugh at the Clippers if you want. There's no crime
Yeah.
against that.
Yeah, I laughed. At you guys.
Laughed in silence.
That's right.
The Clippers. Hey, the former San Diego team, the Clippers.
No, it's true.
Oh, wow. Are they?
Oh yeah, they used to
for
be.
real?
It used to be the San Diego Clippers. A Clipper is a type of sailing ship. That's why they had that
wow.
name.
Yeah, none of the
Wow.
teams from LA, like any of their team names, make sense. The Lakers,
'cause
it's like what the
None
fuck.
of them started here.
Yeah, the Clippers, what the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
none of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
honestly, other than like the Kings, did any team in LA start in LA? Dodgers didn't, Lakers,
No,
Clippers.
yeah, Dodgers doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Angels
And
make
the fact-
sense.
Well, it's the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah,
Real
that's a
creative
stretch.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of still refuse to call them the Los Angeles Angels.
Oh,
That's
I do
right.
too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like
They're not
were
even in
trying
Los
to,
Angeles.
No, they're trying to get a little like SEO out of it. Like when people Google Los Angeles, maybe the Angels will pop up. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
dumb. So,
Yeah.
all right.
I went to a brewery yesterday.
Hey, there
Oh.
we go.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Savagewood.
Savagewood. I've never heard of them.
Savagewood. Yeah.
Sounds
It's a
like
rad little
porno.
spot down. Funny you should say that. The owner did say that there were exotic dancers coming in later.
Oh,
Whoa, what is
Yeah.
this
Shit.
brewery again?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to give you the address?
Yes,
Yeah, please.
yes.
I mean,
know
he was-
all about it.
He was obviously fucking around, but cool, really cool
Oh.
guy. And I've been trying to get out there for a while just to check it out. I interact with him a little bit on the gram. And so we got a small little group and headed down there, and they had some Filipino food and
Oh man,
delicious beers. Some I had a mango goza that was fucking bomb, and some seltzers, and it was good. It was a good time.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I bring up something from last year, Allie?
I have to say yes, right?
As long as it's not a drop, I guess.
No, it's not a
Yeah.
drop. So, Allie, you, if memory serves, and it does, you did the Brewers Advent calendar from Costco last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And tell us how great it was.
It was fucking terrible. It was awful. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Not a single good beer. Not
I don't
one.
think I don't think I laughed so hard as to any of like she would post a story for every day that she had the beer from the Advent calendar, and every day it was her like throwing up or like gagging her way through the beer.
Oh my god.
It was literally the funniest thing I'd ever seen on the gram. And I bring that up because it's that time of year again. And literally as I was hitting record on the show, I get a text from a friend who says, "Hey, Costco has something you want, ... And then it's a picture of the beer Advent calendar.
Oh man.
Well, I was in Costco last week and I sent you a text. I go, hey, it's that time of year again.
Right. And I was laughing then, but now my buddy who has no idea about the fun we had last year with
Yeah.
your Advent calendar is like, "Hey, Costco's got something you want."
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
word
God.
to the wise. Do not save your $60. Do not invest. It's shit beer.
Yeah.
Well, and then I kept getting, people were telling me that I guess apparently the beers that they use in the Costco Advent calendar are from like years past Oktoberfest leftover beers. And so they throw them in a calendar. There's a lot of German beers. They
Yeah.
were, but, and
I think they were all
normally
German
like,
beers.
I got a couple of people throwing shade saying they're like, oh, that's a good style beer. You know, you're just talking shit. It's not fucking hype beer, blah, blah,
Oh.
blah. And I'm like, listen, bitch, this shit sucks. You drink it. It was like super metallic. And Towards the end, I started remember one time I ran one over with my car, and then another time I threw one up in the air and my son hit it with the baseball bat.
Oh, that was gold. That was Instagram gold.
Yeah, that was funny. I was getting a lot of love and a lot of hate for those. I'm like, guys.
And you weren't shitting on the styles. It's not like you're like, oh, Marzen's disgusting. It was, no, this specific beer is bad and probably 8 years old.
Right. And that was my point. I'm like, it's not the style of the beer, and I'm not a hype beer seeker, but it was just fucking gross. It was gross beer.
So gross. Oh God, I kind of want you to do it again.
I have a hard time saying no to you. I might, just for you.
In that case, I got some other requests. Nope, too far. Oh God, that was great. Yeah, I texted him back and I said, word on the street is it's fucking horrible. He's like, you need to try it for your show at 24 Beer Days of Christmas. I was like, not trying to turn off listeners. Thanks. Oh,
yeah, God. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe incorporate it into the show somehow.
It was great content.
It did get. Well, then every day I'd post on the gram, like on the 5th day of Christmas, my bullshit Costco advent calendar gave to me this, whatever. I'd make up little rhymes.
Fucking horrible, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that tasted like Dookie or something, I realized after the 18th day, I'm like, I can't think of anything else that rhymes with me. Like, I'm running out of gross words that rhyme with me.
Yeah.
It was getting to the point where I would randomly check your story and we'd be sitting on the couch and I'd start laughing out loud and the wife would look over like, what the fuck are you laughing at? I was like, Allie's drinking Costco beer again. Oh God, it's so good.
Oh man, I might do that just for you. Yeah. That was kind of funny.
Oh,
$60 though. Fuck.
I know.
So much money for
I wish we could
beer.
split it somehow. I wish we lived closer so we could split it and do every other day or something.
Yeah.
That way it wouldn't be so much torture on one
That
person.
would be fun. I'd be down for that. Something like that would be cool.
Let's try and figure that out.
Yeah.
All right. Old timey word of the week. Roaring boy. A roaring boy. It's a noisy, riotous fellow. Kind of reminds me of some drunk asshole at the bar.
Yeah, roaring boy. Wow.
Yeah, shut up, roaring boy.
I like that one. That's one of the one that actually makes sense. Some of these, man, I got to shake my head at. I don't get them sometimes, but
last week's, I can't remember what it was, but last week's was weird. It was it's like Sparkle or something. Yeah. Now I'm drawing a blank. All right, great story, Greg. Let's move on. Let's find out what glorious beer that Dan is enjoying over there.
All right, and as I switch tabs over here, hopefully I'm not all on a delay again, but I'm drinking Modern Times Orderville. It's a New England IPA. It's 7.2% ABV, 75 IBUs, a 3.93 on Untapped. And the description here says hazy mosaic IPA, our most palate-crushing IPA to date. Orderville is a sledgehammer of dankness wrapped in a velvety peach pillow underscored by a dry, chilled out malt bill that keeps your attention focused on the hop fireworks exploding in your mouth. There's a drop for you. The hop schedule features prominent. Hey, are you choking on a hop firework over there? Or what?
She's choking it down.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
The hop schedule.
I'm trying so hard not to be a 13-year-old little boy right now with all
Hey, well, the way I said it, it's impossible.
Wow.
The
Proceed.
Hop schedule,
I apologize.
The hop schedule features prominent mosaic along with a wide assortment of piney, resinous varieties, resulting in a beautiful hop saturation that carries through from aroma to finish. What a beautiful description that was, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And
nicely
poetry.
done.
And here's a nice, you got to see it right there, nice and thick.
Yeah, Dan's showing us nice and thick.
Yeah,
one of the things I like,
can't see that.
I know. One of the things I like about Orderville is that it's kind of taking that dankness from the West Coast and mixing it with that softness and the juiciness of the East Coast IPAs.
God, that's like a perfect description of it. I'm gonna roll with that because it's pretty much what it is. Like you said, you see it's hazy and it's a New England IPA, but you definitely get some of that West Coast dank. And that's what I'm into right now.
Yeah, I don't give it enough credit. Like, I kind of forget how good it is. And then I'll like, oh, yeah, Orderville's on tap. Like, it's everywhere, at least in Southern California. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'll have it. I haven't had it forever. And then I try, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is fucking delicious. Just because it's year-round does not mean it's bad. Like, I always forget how fucking good it is.
Yeah, one of my buddies brought this over from the draft, actually. Oh, yeah. So, like, when we were drafting and stuff, I had, I was obviously on my kegerator the whole day, but I did take a break. I was like, oh, someone brought fucking Orderville? I'm going to fucking have one right now. So, yeah, part of my hydration at the draft is blamed to the Orderville, and it was delicious.
And it was part of our New England or Juicy IPA, Hazy IPA tournament last year. Mm-hmm. So batch 138 and 140 featured Orderville in some competitions if you want to venture backwards and have a listen. 138 and 140. That was a good battle. That was our first battle, actually.
Yeah, there were no losers in that tournament at all.
Certainly not us.
definitely not us. Yeah, we won.
Definitely not losers. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd like to say new segment, but it's not new. We just haven't done it in forever. Let's do a little tech talk.
Did you hear about the latest doohickey? It's time for tech talk.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Brings back memories.
Yeah, it does.
Well, apparently your smartphone can tell if you're drunk walking.
Huh?
What?
Yeah. You guys ready for a new fun drinking game?
Yes.
Let's get drunk and turn on our phones.
But how come my phone won't prevent me from fucking drunk texting then? It knows when I'm walking. Why won't it let me why won't it say, are you sure you want to send that girl?
Yeah.
You sure?
You sure you want to send these tit pics out?
Oh, God forbid. No.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm not there, but
it happens on the daily. Scientists are working on what might be a new way to determine intoxication by returning to a stereotypical characteristic of the drunk that's actually true, the soused walk. No matter how well you think you're walking when you're intoxicated, especially if you compare yourself to your friend in the gutter, subtle and not so subtle changes in your gait could betray your alcohol level. And if you're carrying a smartphone, its onboard accelerometer can pick up those changes. In fact, scientists from the University of Pittsburgh just published research showing that in the lab, they can use smartphone motion data to detect if a subject is intoxicated with an average accuracy of 93%.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's accurate.
Yeah, it is. Kind of surprisingly accurate.
Yeah.
The experiment began with a surprisingly sophisticated drink for the subjects, vodka with lime juice and simple syrup, heavy on the vodka. The subjects had an hour to finish the stiff drinks because the researchers, wanted to get them to a peak of 0.20 BAC fairly quickly.
Oof.
And safely, they say. Right. We really wanted to have enough data points over the threshold of the legal limit of alcohol, which is 0.08, says study lead author Brian Suffoletto at the university. So if you're given a lower dose, you may only get one or two points before the body sort of metabolizes the alcohol. Also, there are only so many hours in a lab day. No sense in waiting around for the subjects to get leisurely buzzed. Before drinking, the researchers had strapped ordinary smartphones to the lower backs of the subjects to get an idea of their baseline gait. They had the participants walk 10 steps forward, turn around, walk 10 steps back. The subjects then repeated this strut while intoxicated, doing it once an hour over the course of 7 hours as their BAC peaked and waned. All the while, the smartphone was logging motion data.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is weird.
Wow.
That can make for a really fun drinking game. It's like, all right, let's take some shots and see who's drunker.
Yeah, I wonder if so can it get the percentage or is it just say drunk or not?
Oh, like your BAC? I doubt it can pull that much detail, but I'm sure it could tell you like you're too drunk to drive or you're not, that sort of thing. Be my guess. Right. I don't know. Who knows? They didn't say.
Because I was wondering if it was kind of like that bag of chips that you could like have like it had like a breathalyzer on it or something like that. But I was like, my argument was if you're blowing into a bag of chips, you're probably fucking drunk. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe that app. It's like, hey,
the answer is yes.
If you're using the app, you're probably drunk. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is probably accurate.
I feel like these smartphones are just getting too fucking nosy. Like, let me just live my life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I don't know, a bunch of fucking whistleblowers or something. Tattletale.
Live my life one beer at a time.
That's right.
Yeah.
One Corona at a time.
That movie was on TV the other day, and I just couldn't not watch it. It's so good.
Which one?
Well, they were doing like a whole marathon, but I was watching the original one for a hot minute.
Oh, the original one, man.
Good times.
Right? God.
Sure as shit, held that Corona like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. All right, before we find out what Allie is drinking, let's do Allie's favorite part of the show.
No one could blame you for bed swerving. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed. Her name is Alicia. You can find her on the gram at Alicia Drinks Beer. Alicia Drinks Beer. ALISHA. All one word, no spaces, dots, dashes, nothing like that.
Right to the point.
That's right. She's an East Coast girl living in a West Coast Seattle world, drinking her way through some delicious beers. I see in this one, she's drinking some Fremont. She's got some good beers on tap for sure. Do yourselves a favor, head over to the gram and follow Alicia Drinks Beer. You good, Allie?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm checking her out. She looks like somebody. She looks like a celebrity.
Alicia.
No, she looks like a celebrity. She kind of has like a little bit of, kind of looks like Taylor Swift a little bit.
Oh.
There's that one picture. She's, it's just a selfie, no beer. And, that's so funny. Somebody right here said, stunning, 100% definitely looks like Taylor Swift. All right, so I'm not alone.
Shit.
Yeah.
She's swagger jacking over there.
I'm sorry, what now?
Swagger jacking some Taylor Swift swag over there.
Oh, that sounded kind of dirty.
Well, yeah, if you know the wrestler Swagger, I guess.
Jack Swagger? That's the only wrestler I know by that.
That was for us.
That was. All right, let's find out what Allie's drinking over there in the pen.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer.
All right, I am drinking from Baa Baa Brewhouse. That's a funny name. I can't say that I want to say it like a sheep, because they have like the whole sheep. It's so good. Baa Baa Brewhouse. They're in Texas. This was sent to me from a company called No Yeet on the brand. I'm sorry, on the gram. Excuse me. And Baa Baa Brewhouse is in Texas. I am drinking a New England IPA. It has a 4.19 on Untapped, 7% ABV. The description is hazy IPA with Citra and Lotus hops. And here I go again with I'm going to stop fucking drinking New England's on the show because
one of these days.
Yeah. It's definitely extremely dank and on the sniffer. Is that what we're saying now?
It's whatever you want to say at this point.
It's not on the nose anymore. It's on the
No. I like on the sniffer. That's a good one.
Oh, man. I swear, I'm not even done with this beer, you guys. I swear I'm not pulling a Scott. I'm so fucking sober right now. I promise.
Well, at least if you say it's an IPA, it's actually an IPA.
And it is an IPA, yes.
It's funny that you do have a lot of hazy IPAs on here because you're not even that big of a hazy or of an IPA fan in general.
Well, I don't buy them for myself. And I usually try to feature like some sort of rad brewery or, person or clothing company like this clothing company sent me. I'm wearing it right now, my tank top and a bunch of stickers and glassware that I'm drinking out of. And so, nice. Got to give them some love. Their shirts.
Hook it up, guys.
Yeah, their shit's like really fucking cool. And it's funny, there was a sticker on the box from when they shipped it to me and it said like, no yeet. And it established COVID-19, which I thought was fucking funny. So obviously it's just this new brand that they're up and coming and they're fucking rad. So yeah, so they're from Texas too. And so they sent me this Baa Baa Brewhouse. It's Bààrkin. Hazy IPA, and that brewery looks rad. They have some fucking rad looking beers, like some sours. So hopefully I can get my hands on a few more of those beers because this New England's really, really good. And yes, I typically don't care for New England's, but this one's really good. It's got a nice solid mouthfeel and super dank. I do like the dank. It's a little piney, which is typically not my favorite, but overall, this beer is actually really, really good. I can understand it's almost a 4.2 on Untapped, and I get that. It's a really, really solid, smooth, easy drinker, and it's sexy. It's a sexy beer. It's like super murky, and yeah, I love it. It's good. So shout out to No Yeet. Shout out to Baa Baa Brewhouse, and maybe Baa Baa Brewhouse wants to send me some of their sours.
Ooh, maybe so. Can I ask the really stupid question here?
Yeah.
What is No Yeet?
I don't know. It's just this new company. They're on the gram.
Oh, does it mean something or?
It probably does.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, it must, because my kids were like, "Oh, that's so cool! Can I have those stickers?" Like they knew what it's all about. So.
And you're like, "No, you little shits, get out of here."
Yeah. Let's see here. It just says No Yeet. It doesn't say where it came from, like what their inspiration was or anything. But they got these like cool little 80s vibes and lightning bolts, and I don't know. It's kind of like, it's definitely to me like screams SoCal, you know? So
Right
I don't
on.
know what the No Yeet means. Maybe I should figure it out before I wear this shirt in public.
Right. Well, I just Googled No Yeet, and the first thing to come up from Wiktionary was an interjection. Yeet, an informal slang and humorous, is used to express excitement or approval.
So No Yeet is an expression of excitement or approval?
I guess the opposite of that, because
Yeah.
yeet is the excitement and
Oh, so it's not. Oh, all right. I'm gonna slide in their DMs. I'm gonna get you an answer for that, because
yeah, that would be Please do some sliding.
yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
And then Urban Dictionary has a different definition. This is gonna be so great. Everyone's got a different definition. Urban Dictionary says yeet is to discard an item at high velocity. So the example is Alex finishes his soda and proceeds to yeet his empty can into the trash bin.
Oh yes, that's what. So that's what my. So now that I remembered that, because my kids started using visuals of yeet, and so like Sophia would pick up the pencil, and she's like yeet, and she threw it across the room, and she started picking up shit and throwing it across the room.
What the hell?
Kids are weird.
Hey, take it easy.
Oh, I'd say yours, just kids in general. It's not specific to your household.
I forgot. Yeet is like throwing it. And so I said, I'm like, is it kind of like a Kobe? Like Kobe?
Kobe.
And because they yeet it. They yeet.
You're right. And then
Yeah.
they look at you like, the fuck are you saying?
Right.
Because I Kobe everything. Kobe.
Yeah. So I just slid in the DMs. Let's see if we can get an answer by the end of the show.
That'd be awesome. to see how
And
that goes.
yeah. Either way, they're fucking rad. They're cool.
Very nice.
I'm always down for
All
a
right.
tank top and glassware.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
We're always down for Allie's tank top and glassware too.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
All right,
support.
let's discuss a little news before we head out of here.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
It is indeed. Have you guys tried Yingling before? Have you guys had Yingling?
Sounds familiar, but I don't think I can
Is that a
say
sex
I have.
position?
It is now. Everyone's doing the Yingling. It's a beer. Allie, I'm guessing you haven't had it then.
No.
Okay. Yingling
Not
is
the
an
beer
East
one.
Coast beer. It's, I believe, the oldest brewery or oldest craft brewery in America. You never really could get it west of the Mississippi. I've only had it when I've been on the East Coast, and I always try it when I'm out there. Well, now Yingling beer will be available in more states as part of a new partnership with Molson Coors. DG Yingling and Son and Molson Coors Beverage Company announced that they would create a joint venture to brew and sell Yingling beer in the western United States. The agreement gives Yingling a path toward national expansion and creates an opportunity for a revenue boost for Molson Coors. Until now, Yingling, which is headquartered in Pottsville, PA, has kept mostly east of the Mississippi, where its flagship lager and other beers are distributed in 22 states. While the joint venture will be responsible for the brand's production and sales in the Midwest and West, DG Yingling will remain a family-owned company and will continue to oversee expansion with its existing markets and others it may add in the Northeast. So, us here on the West Coast will now be able to get Yingling. Here's the weird, philosophical question. They're still a craft brewery, a craft operation. They're family-owned. But now they're partnering with Molson Coors, who I think will not only be doing the distribution, but the brewing of the West Coast Yingling. Does that mean we're drinking craft beer if we get a Yingling or not?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think once they kind of get involved with the brewing, like I think distribution, everything else they can help you out with, but once they start putting their finger in there, like I think it's theirs, you know?
Yeah, once they slip that flaccid cock in there, it's no longer craft.
I'm trying to.
Sorry, that's a horrible
Flaccid?
inside joke. That is. I have to explain that one. I don't want to name
Please
any
don't.
names, but a beer babe on the gram that I am friends with said that someone sent her a picture of his coffee cup with his flaccid penis in it and said good morning.
Oh my
Ew.
God.
So
What
it's
the
a bit of an inside. So half of my like inside jokes now involve something with a flaccid dick inside of a cup.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's
So
why. Sorry.
who's the guy? Throw him under the bus.
I don't know. I
What a
don't.
dirtbag.
She didn't. Yeah, he's a fuck. He's a fucking. Yeah. But so, anyways, I totally agree that drinking Yingling on the West Coast, brewed by Molson Coors, not craft. So if you go to the East Coast and drink it that's brewed by Yingling, are you drinking craft or? It's a weird gray area.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I want to know now is what do you do with coffee that you put your dick in? I mean, you don't drink it. Like, it's
Extra cream, please.
Oh my God,
Oh,
dude.
Greg.
Sorry.
Too far?
That's all I could think of. He took the picture and threw it out. Like, what's wrong with that man?
A lot of things. A lot of things. What's wrong with men who think that girls want unsolicited dick pics? I mean, come on.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Allie, have you ever received a dick pic and then gone, oh, thanks for that?
Not once. No,
That's what I'm saying.
Not once.
First of all, like dicks in general, even the nicest looking of dicks, are not an attractive feature. Like they're weird looking. And
It's shocking.
I will
Yeah,
tell
it-
you
I
that the
would
guys that are
imagine.
sending them out, and I have to make this very clear. I have gotten less than a handful of them, and and they've all been unsolicited, and I've had to block the accounts or whatever. But
right.
the dudes that are sending them out, because I have girlfriends that kind of collect them. They have albums. They
man,
share.
sure.
They share the schlong pictures, and
Don't we all, yeah.
yeah, and there's not one of them that I think is worth bragging about. You know what I mean? Like there's none of them have bragging rights.
Well, even if you got a picture of some like just glorious, 10-inch schlong, are you gonna be like, ooh, time to go take care of something? I mean, does that do anything for you?
Well, I think that men think that women think the same way. Like I think that they
Right.
think that like, wow, this is totally going to turn her on, or like this is,
Right.
she's totally going to like masturbate to my fucking penis or whatever. And
Right.
I promise, just speaking for myself and my handful of girlfriends that we've had this conversation, I promise you, we are not masturbating to it. And we are picking up the picture and we are showing it to all of our friends and we are laughing our fucking asses off.
It's so true.
And we're picking it apart and we're zooming in and we're laughing.
Yes. Now, look, it's one thing if a girl goes like, hey, send me a dick pic.
Right.
By all means, send a dick pic.
Totally. Yep.
So,
Did
Yes.
you ever watch that movie The Night Before with Seth Rogen and I think Jogalove is in it and
Oh, that was a
Anthony Mackie?
Christmas one, right?
Yeah, it was. But there's like this section where Seth Rogen's on mushrooms and he accidentally takes this girl phones instead of his. And he starts getting all these texts from this dude and he thinks it's his phone. And she's like, what do you think of this? And he sends a picture of his dick and he's like on shrooms. So he's like, dope dick, homie. It's like, you like it? He's like, yeah, it's cool.
Oh my
Do you want it? He goes, who wouldn't want a dick like that? It's such a funny fucking part of the movie, man. It like saved the movie for me.
funny.
I don't know that I've seen that.
I haven't
I'll
seen
see if I
it.
can find that scene. I'll send it to Greg. You can send it to Allie.
Yeah.
that's too
Oh,
good.
God, that sounds so good.
Oh, that's great.
Good part.
That's hilarious.
Dope dick, homie.
Dope dick. That should be a drop.
It should be like the automatic response every time you get a dick pic now.
Yeah. Dope dick, homie.
Oh,
That's too good.
I get one every 6 months. So I'm going to keep that.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to keep that in mind.
Keep that chambered. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't know if I should be offended about. Like parts of me are like, why am I not getting dick pictures? What's going on here?
And then the other part of you is like, thank God I'm not getting dick pictures.
Yep. But like, low key offended. It's fine.
Right.
But that's not an invitation, guys. That's not an invitation.
You heard it here first. She wants dick pics. Start sending.
Every 6 months? That's too long to be waiting.
Oh, it's too long. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
All right.
News. That's where we were. The Craft Brew Alliance and Anheuser-Busch, their partnership was finally cleared by the U.S. Department of Justice, so they're one step closer to making sure that Kona Brewing is definitely not craft beer. So there's that. The strongest beer in the world sells out in one day after two rival breweries worked together. Two breweries that competed in a decade-long rivalry to create increasingly strong beers said they have now worked together and created the world's strongest beer. James Watt, CEO of the Scottish brewer Brewdog, said the company worked with German brewer Scorsebra to create the beer named Strength in Numbers. The two breweries went back and forth for record beer strength several times over the years, creating beers at 32% and increasing up to 55%. After a decade, we're going to Germany to collaborate with Scorsebra to see if we can ante up together once again, Watt said in a video. The Scots' contribution to the project was a barrel of their 26% ABV beer, Death or Glory, which they aged in Scott whiskey cask for 10 years. They sent it to in Germany, but then coronavirus travel restrictions prevented them from traveling along with it, so they worked with the German brewers over Zoom. The 57.8% beer sold out in less than a day. The beer was released in the UK Thursday, priced at 29 British pounds per bottle, about $37 here, and sold out the same day.
How much? What was the ABV?
57.8.
Oh, that's beer?
God.
Yep.
Wow.
Did anyone like try it and they have any like results of what happened to that person?
I think Scott tried it before the show last week.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to 218, then you don't know what you're missing.
That's crazy. Because I think
that is a lot.
I think the most I've ever had was maybe 16% or so.
Like 120-minute IPA is like 19%.
Right.
They have that Sam Adams
right.
Utopias, which I think is like high 20s, like 28%, something like that. But yeah, 50-something. Jesus.
That's crazy.
Stronger than whiskey.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine what that's like.
That's like a horrible next morning. The hangover on that.
So then, I mean, you can't have a pint of it.
Right.
God, no.
Right, you get a shot of beer?
Yeah, that's so weird. How does it even? Yeah, how do they serve it?
I wonder. Yeah, do you like serve it in a rocks glass over ice? I mean, that's just.
When you said it was selling by the bottle.
Fuck.
Well, so
no, I don't know what size bottle. It just says the bottle.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was like one of those like little shot glasses by the liquor store.
I mean, for $37 a bottle, it better be of some size. But
that's true.
That's what I'm thinking too. But if you open the bottle, I mean, you can't keep beer.
With a higher ABV like that, kind of like a whiskey type situation, I wonder if it would last longer.
Okay.
You know, like you can open whiskey and
Yeah.
then drink it years later.
Yeah, but there's
that's
no
the other
carbonation.
thing. Who knows how carbonated this beer is?
Yeah.
It may not, because like 120-minute IPA, very, very low carbonation. Almost none.
Yeah, that would need like instructions on how to enjoy responsibly.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, even instructions on how to enjoy irresponsibly.
Yeah, just so you could live the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I kind of want to
that's a
picture
doozy.
it being a big bottle, though. Can I just picture it being a big bottle?
Yeah, big old magnum of 57%
Yep.
beer.
Jesus.
Yep.
God,
That's what I'm going with.
That will make for a weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's everything I got over here. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks to Allie for hanging out with us. Find her on the gram at Allie in Cali, ALLY.IN.CALLOY. We got to work on the ease of that Instagram handle over there.
You're making it sound so complicated.
Well, for good reason. Find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com and The Unfiltered Gentleman on the socials, except for Twitter, at Unfiltered Gents. Call us, drunk dial us, please. 805-538 beer. Come on, Flex.
Come on, Flex.
538-2337. Look, it's only a show number. No one's going to pick up. Leave us a drunk voicemail. Please, Flex.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes. For the love of Pete.
For the love of Pete and beers. I think that's everything. Oh, theunfilteredgentleman@gmail.com also, if you want to email us. That's everything we got. Thanks for joining. Thanks for drinking with us. Hope everyone is staying very well hydrated. On that note, good night, everybody.